Hello and welcome to the Blue Futon. Chase Lee Hockey here, and here are my top 10 movies of 2019. Of course, disclaimer, I think according to my list, I saw 96 movies. Over 200 came out this year, so I did not see everything. So disclaimer number one. Disclaimer number two, why only 10? Why not do what's it called? Runner-ups or yada yada yada. Well, technically 2 through 10 are runner-ups, and then honorable mentions like 11 through 15. That's participation trophies. I'm sorry, but you don't get participation trophies here. I'm already giving 9 participation trophies right now. Well, technically, there's bronze, gold, silver. So 4 through 10 is technically participation. But anyway, I'm just rambling on. If you want to know my 11 through 15, everything else, just go to the website link below. But let's start off with number 10. Number 10 is The Current War. Yes, this is The Current War director's cut. Not a lot of people have seen this movie, but this movie intrigued me with the realism, with the story. It sucked me in so good. So good. And the acting was great, the direction, the cinematography. I enjoyed this movie. I love the history lesson with this movie. I love how it was shot. I just wish more people have seen this one. I know it was on the chopping block because of the Winstons raping people, but The Current War is something that you should see. All right, number 9, we have Jojo Rabbit. Yes, this is one where I thought, I think I'll watch this movie and I think it'll be good, but it hit the hardcore. There are a couple nitpicks in this movie, especially the ending was a little weird, as well as Sam Rockwell's character with going into battle with what he's wearing, but the message is pure. The realism is there, the heart is there, the crazy and weirdness is there, and it kind of mixes really perfect almost. Like I said, there's a couple nitpicks, but overall, Jojo Rabbit is one I can watch again and will watch again, and I enjoyed this movie experience. Number 8 is a Netflix movie. You know it, Six Underground. This one is just plain stupid popcorn fun. Non-stop violence. It kept you on the edge of your seat, especially the middle scene in Hong Kong where the parkour's happening. And you're like, oh snap. I love Michael Bay, how he mixes realism with CGI, some gory deaths as well. This is just a fun movie that I think this one should have hit theaters, but I understand why Michael Bay, he had the reign to do the most Michael Bayham movie he could ever do without any restraints. Netflix gave him $150 million. Even though it came out December 13th, it was the number 2 most watched movie on Netflix for 2019. 17 days, it was the number 2. Number 1 was Adam Sandler's Murder Mystery. That is crazy that Six Underground got that much awesomeness to it. And like I said, I've seen it 3 times already. I will watch Six Underground again. Number 6, I'm going with Uncut Gems. This one was an unsettling, nerve-wracking movie. Like I said, this movie is not for everyone. Audience scores in the 50s, critics are in the 90s. I'm with almost the 100% on this one. It stuck with me. I enjoyed it. There's a lot, like I said, it's very chaotic, very just yelling around, but that's the whole point of the movie, to make you intense as well. Adam Sandler should get an Oscar nomination for this. If it isn't, it's a scam. In my opinion, this is the one that should be looked at more, but it's not. It's almost hit $40 million in the U.S. box office for a low-budget movie like this. It's pretty impressive. Uncut Gems, it stuck with me. I enjoyed it. I understand the hate, though, if you hate it, but I just enjoyed this movie for what it was. It was, and plus the basketball side with Kevin Garnett, I don't know, it clicked for me. Okay, guys, I lied. That was number 7 for Uncut Gems. Number 6 is Waves. Here's another one that a lot of people did not see, but it stuck with me hard. Like I said, this is another one where the cinematography was different, but the story and how it was told was pure, simple, sensual. It hit the core. This movie hit the core. I'm trying to think like emotional, just like the different storylines. Like I said, it's 2 storylines. The brother, first half, the sisters, the second half. And it's in waves, man. This movie is waves of fun, uniqueness, realism. You just feel for every character involved in this movie. This is another fantastic movie by A24, Uncut Gems and Waves. Is there another? Maybe there's one more A24 on there, but both of those back-to-back A24 movies, perfect. The Waves, it hit me hard. But like I said, it is a slow burner. I understand how people might not like Waves, but I thought Waves was sensational. All right, number 5 through 1. This is kind of my more fun movies. Number 5, John Wick 3. This movie, like I said, another movie I saw multiple times in theaters. It stuck with me. The dog scenes, the realism, the coolness of what John Wick does in this movie. Okay, I don't really have to say anything else about this movie because, a lot of people already seen John Wick. You know what you're getting. You're getting nonstop action, badassery, 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 Keanu Reeves. You cannot go wrong with John Wick 3. But like I said, the action is superb. The direction awesome. The type of deaths were awesome. Halle Berry also brings it. Keanu Reeves, like I said, brings it. Everyone in this movie brings it. Awesome. And just the look of the movie, too, like the last fight scene with all the glass and neon lights is mwah. Number 4, I'm going with the movie that a lot of people are putting like number 1. Number 4 for me is Parasite. It is a great movie. I enjoyed the shit out of this movie. The ending was awesome. Pretty awesome, the revenge. But after the revenge is kind of where it lost me the last 5-7 minutes of the movie. I was like, oh, really? That's where we're going with this? But Parasite, jump cut. But Parasite, it is a unique social commentary movie that works. Everyone in this movie is a parasite. I love this director, Bong Joon-ho. I'm pretty sure I said his name wrong, so stop in my face. But everything he does, I've enjoyed. Same with Takashi Mike, and that's Takashi Mike's first love was 11 through 15. Same with Judy. Love Etosha and something else. But anyway, and Toy Story 4. Those are my participation trophies right there. Toy Story 4. Love Atone and Tosha. First love. And what was the other one I already said? Oh, I don't remember. Judy. Yeah. But anyway, going back into it now. But yeah, Parasite, I enjoyed it. Another great movie. But when the Blu-ray comes out in a couple months or weeks, I think it is, there's like 2 special features. What the poop? Wait for the Criterion Collection on that one, guys. Number 3. This is one that I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that did it. Richard Jewell. This movie was another one I was like, kept me core. It just kept me in my seat tense of like, what are you doing, Richard Jewell? Because you know the story of Richard Jewell wanting to help the FBI because he's law enforcement. But I hate to say the word stupid, but some decisions that he makes in this movie, people in the theater are like, what are you doing? But this movie is great. Sam Rockwell's great. Paul Walter Hauser's great. Olivia Wilde to me is great. John Hamm is great. And Kathy Bates, fantastic. Everyone in this movie is great. Clint Eastwood directs the shit out of this movie. Like I said, this movie's just like a couple violent scenes of bloody imagery and language, but the 2 hours went like that. I love this movie. I'm going to recommend this one to everyone who hasn't seen it, but this is a fantastic, fantastic movie. Number 2, we're going with some Quentin Tarantino with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So this one I did watch 3 times. I watched the original version, the extended one that was in theaters, and I rewatched it again on Vudu with my mom. I know some people say the last 30 minutes of this movie goes way too off the deep end. The last 30 minutes of this movie makes it the movie that I love. Yes, I do love what Quentin Tarantino does with like putting Leonardo DiCaprio in FBI and the Brad Pitt storyline of how he's a stuntman with the Bruce Lee stuff and everything like that, and the Marilyn Manson, even though he's only in the movie for like 15 seconds, which I do appreciate. The Sharon Tate stuff is the weakest, but I understand why they did it. They didn't really want to push that in the forefront for this movie because it really isn't about that. It's about Cliff Boots and Rick Dalton, and that storyline is fantastic. I understand if Brad Pitt wins the supporting actor Oscar, it makes sense, but those last 30 minutes of this movie makes it the number 2 movie of the year just because it is phenomenally satisfying. It's just phenomenally, yes, over the top, yes, but it is so satisfyingly gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, number 1. Oh, yeah, I've got to say, Joker was also like, didn't even hit the list. I know, guys. Oh, yeah, it's not Joker. It's another comic book movie, and you know it. Avengers Endgame. Yes, okay, this is the conclusion. I enjoyed this more than Infinity War. It was the conclusion of something that I always love, and it's a movie that when it's on, I enjoy it. Like, Captain America's storyline is perfect. Who he hands the shield off to is perfect. Iron Man, great. Thor joining the Guardians of the Galaxies. I love how this phase ended. And I think they're putting this on the TV series to try to open up a new phase for the new Marvel Studios in the movies, which not a lot of people are hyped for. So that's why I think Endgame might be the biggest send-off in movie history because not a lot of people are expecting a lot from this next phase, but I'm not talking about the phases right now. I'm talking about Avengers Endgame. I saw it 3 times in theaters. I did rewatch the re-release, even though there really was just special features at the very end. But Avengers Endgame is my number 1 movie of 2019 just because it's a fantastic 3-hour movie that went by so quick, So satisfying, so glorious, shot well, great CGI, and it might be a little biased, but this one just stuck to the core of what movies I've been watching throughout the decade, and it is a send off and a closure that any fan wanted and should love. So that's my list, guys, for the top 10 movies. I guess I could do a quick recap without the posters. Number 10 was Current War, My Phone Went Dead. Number 10, Current War, 9, Jojo Rabbit. 6, wow, I'm really dumb right now. 10, Current War, 9, Jojo. 8, 6 Underground. 7, Uncut Gems. 6, Waves. 5, John Wick 3. 4, Parasites. 3, Richard Jewell. 2, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And 1, Avengers Endgame. Like I said, if I can remember 11 through 15 right now, I think it was like Love and Tosha. 12 was Julie. 13 was Joker. I know 11 was Toy Story 4. And then 15 was, I don't remember. But anyway, it's on the link below what I say. But thank you for watching this list. Let's see what 2020 gives us.